William Hayes was a career officer in the United States Army, serving as a Union Army general during the American Civil War. Early life. Hayes was born in Richmond, Virginia, but moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Andrew Jackson appointed Hayes to the United States Military Academy, where he graduated in 1840 alongside William T. Sherman and Richard S. Ewell. He was initially a brevet second lieutenant, and was promoted to first lieutenant in 1847, serving at various posts in the northeastern states. He served throughout the Mexican-American War with the light artillery, alongside future Civil War artilleryman Henry J. Hunt. He was wounded at the Battle of Molino del Rey, and was subsequently appointed a brevet captain for Contreras and Cherubasco and major for Chapultepec. From 1853 until 1854, he was engaged in the Seminole Wars in Florida, and was on routine frontier duty in 1856–60 in the 3rd and then the 5th U.S. Artillery. Civil War. As a lieutenant colonel, Hayes commanded a brigade of horse artillery under Henry Hunt in 1861–62 in the Army of the Potomac, serving with distinction at the Battle of Seven Pines during the Peninsula Campaign. He participated in the Battle of Antietam, where he commanded the 5th Corps Reserve Artillery. His batteries were stationed on the heights east of Antietam Creek, providing long-range fire against Confederate infantry positions between the east and west woods. He commanded the artillery of the Right Grand Division at Fredericksburg. Hayes was appointed Brigadier General of Volunteers in November 1862 and assigned command of an infantry brigade in March. Gen. William H. French's division in the 2nd Corps. He was wounded and taken prisoner at Chancellorsville on May 3, 1863, along with all but one of his immediate staff. Hayes was exchanged on May 15, 1863, and sent to Fort Monroe in Virginia. Although without an official command, he rejoined the Army of the Potomac and accompanied it to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. During Pickett's charge on July 3, March, Gen. Winfield S. Hancock was severely wounded but refused to leave the field until the battle had been decided. When it became clear the Confederate charge had been defeated, Hancock relinquished command temporarily to his 1st Division commander, Brig. Gen. John C. Caldwell. Later that evening, Hayes was assigned to command the 2nd Corps. He led the corps throughout the summer until permanent command was given to Marge. Gen. Governor K. Warren in mid-September. In November, Hayes was appointed Provost Marshal of the Southern District of New York, and was also promoted to Major in the regular army. At the expiration of his term in February 1865, Hayes rejoined the Army of the Potomac at Petersburg and served again in the 2nd Corps, this time commanding the 2nd Division. He was appointed a brevet brigadier general in the regular army on March 13, 1865, for gallant conduct. But on April 6 he was relieved of command for sleeping on duty, and his brevets were revoked. For that date, Hayes commanded the artillery reserve of the Army of the Potomac until he was mustered out of volunteer service in January 1866. Later life. Reverting to his permanent rank of Major of the 5th U.S. Artillery, Hayes served on various posts, commanding Fort Independence in Boston Harbor from April 1873 until his death there almost 2 years later. He was buried in Yonkers, New York, but was reinterred at West Point Cemetery in 1894.